Tech Summit 2018. This is the second year. As you guys are aware, this is a 13-year initiative. So we're doing this every single year till 2030. So this is a long haul. So welcome to the family. Now, why are we doing Haiti Tech Summit? Do you guys know why you're here? We're going to catapult Haiti to the forward, right? We're going to change how people see Haiti, right? Can we do it? Can we do it, guys? All right. Now, Haiti Tech Summit was founded on the premise that Haiti can truly be a place of tech and innovation. This year, we highly localized the agenda to showcase the fact that it's not only internationals coming in to make this an international hub. We need to make sure that the local experts are being seen as well. So we have a lot of very amazing local partners, local speakers, local experts who are doing amazing things. Shout out to the local partners who made this a reality, from the media team, our sponsors, our speakers. The showcase, we have it here too. Our vendors, everyone who is local here. You probably have heard this before. Last year, we had over 83 million social media impressions, right? And that really changed how people saw Haiti in those images. We're going to do it again. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much.
What is your theme? That theme drives you. That theme moves you.
1, 2, yes! They're gonna hold it up. 1, 2, yes! And you're gonna go right through. And then you celebrate!
Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to another session of the Stakeholder Dialogues. This is the July edition. I think this is the third in the series, and it's a pleasure to come your way once again. We started this Stakeholder Dialogues a couple of months ago to galvanize the community towards the Haiti Tech Summit. And we are glad to have had thought leaders throughout this period. And this roundtable dialogues are a monthly series that bring together leaders, influencers, and ecosystem builders from across the country and global diaspora. And this year-round forum would hope to galvanize and mobilize the Haiti community towards a more prosperous future. For this month, we have an exciting lineup of speakers who would be joining us shortly. We'll have Sabine Bernard, who is a senior associate of the Malaria United Nations Foundation, leading the panel for us today that has an amazing lineup of ladies here. We have Stephanie Michel, who is the founder of Women for Liberty Haiti, Sandra Florvella, who is the founder of Haitian Businesses and the co-founder of Haitea. We also have Christine Coupet, who is the CEO of DAGMAR Haiti. They will be discussing the theme, the role of women in advancing a nation. We'll hear from these various female influencers within Haiti. And this panel would have these top influencers within the Haitian local and diaspora ecosystem, and they'll present a candid conversation regarding the current socio-economic situation in Haiti and share points of opportunity for supporting the Haitian diaspora. So welcome once again to an amazing session that we have lined up as well. We'll take a brief break, then we'll transition to the panel. Okay, welcome back. And I'll now introduce Sabine Bernard, who will be moderating the discussion for today. It's my pleasure to welcome Sabine. Nice to meet you.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. And I just wanted to clarify, I am the former senior associate at the United Nations Foundation, but currently working in my capacity as the CEO and founder of Smart Dev Global. which is very fitting for this panel. But thank you so much for inviting me. As you mentioned, we have a wonderful lineup of amazing female trailblazers in Haiti that have been doing great work both in Haiti and abroad. So I'll go right ahead and introduce our panel if everyone is hopefully ready and lined up. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, I was just waiting for the cue there. Okay, great. Yes, everyone is here. It's just me that was having some technical difficulties. So great to see you ladies here. I see we have Ms. Christine Coupet Jacques, who is what I like to call Haiti's media maven. Christine has an amazing media and marketing background. Just a little bit more about Christine. She is a tech enthusiast, a marketing and communications professional with a career spanning over 15 years at the executive level for top industry leading companies in Haiti. Christine has managed some of the largest advertising budgets in the country and headed marketing departments for commercial giants in the telecommunications industry. In 2008, Christine launched her own marketing agency, DAGMAR, along with her sister company, Matrix Media. Together, DAGMAR and Matrix offers specialized services in communications, media management, and monitoring for enthusiast companies, brands, products, and services based in Haiti. Christine is a serial entrepreneur who understands the key role that technology, marketing, communications, and networking can play in changing Haiti's narrative. She's known for her tenacious public speaking and launched a very interesting podcast called Madame Jacques, which focuses on personal growth tips and personal finance advice. Christine holds a BA in Latin American Studies and Francophone Literature from Tufts University, an MBA from the University of Miami in International Business and Telecommunications Management, and a master's degree in political communications and campaign management with the Center of Political Studies at the University of Barcelona, Spain. Welcome, Christine.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if Danielle.
Can you hear me?
Great seeing you.
Thank you. Great seeing you.
I don't think Danielle is on yet, so I'll continue. Next, we have Sandra Florvella. Sandra is the CEO and founder of HaitianBusinesses.com and co-founder of Haiti and Business Forum Haiti. All of her companies are dedicated to the growth of the Haitian community abroad and locally. As a native of Cap Haitian, Sandra moved to the United States at the tender age of 15 and went on to pursue a 13-year career as an executive administrator in South Florida's local government. Sandra launched HaitianBusinesses.com in 2014 as a platform to bridge and connect Haitian-owned businesses and Haitian professionals to the broader Haitian community. As a seasoned business leader and influencer, Sandra's achievements have garnered recognitions from the Consulate of Haiti in Miami, Miami Caribbean Code, the Haitian Heritage Museum, Hope for Cities, Haiti Cultural Exchange, and she also has a special feature in Forbes. Sandra has also been honored as top 20 under 40 young professionals by the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce of Florida, and has also received the Holtz Prize within the board of Cap Haitian. She holds a bachelor's degree in business administration at Lynn University and a master's degree in public administration and emergency management. Thank you so much, Sandra, for joining. And Stephanie, I think we have some technical difficulties and we lost Sandra, but we'll continue. Stephanie Michel, thank you so much for joining. Stephanie is an accountant and is also currently the founder of Women for Liberty, which is a foundation, a nonprofit organization that supports the rights and voices of women in Haiti. She's been an advocate for gender-based violence and gender equality in Haiti for over 10 years. She is currently a PhD student in sociology at the University of Ottawa and holds a bachelor's in population and development from the University of Haiti. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining. Okay, we got Sandra back, so great. Well, I would like to go around and I would love for you ladies to talk a little bit more about your prospective organizations and initiatives and how you believe, well, the theme of the panel, of course, is, the role of women in advancing a nation. Based on your prospective organizations and initiatives, how do you think women can continue to advance the work. Women can continue to advance within the current context. Christine, I think I'll start with you.
It's a tough one. Good morning, everyone, and I'm very happy to be on this panel with you. I think women, we have a role to play. I think my first role is as an employer, creating jobs in this country, trying to make sure that despite all the challenges that we meet, we stay afloat and that the business remains healthy and that we're able to do the commitments that we have to our employees. Sometimes we want to use the business sense to downsize, but we choose not to. And we're the emotional women, mothers attached to big teams. And we just stay afloat, hoping that better days will come. So it's a long challenge. It's a big challenge, but we definitely have an important role to play in building a better society.
Thank you so much, Christine. Sandra, I would love to hear from you a little bit more about your perspective, your current initiatives and business, and how do you believe women can play a role in advancing the nation, more so the significance of women's contribution in nation building.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, Sabine, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you, along with Christine, Stephanie, and we are certainly missing Danielle, who's not able to join us. It's an immense pleasure to be here once again. And I strongly believe that us women have right now the spotlight on us to make a difference. And I can say that from my end and from my perspective, we're doing tremendously well in making sure that we take whatever we have and within our brand, within our community, within our immediate resources to make a positive impact with our immediate community and expanded community. Because as an entrepreneur, I could tell you when with Haitian businesses, which is a platform that connects a lot of businesses, and I have to say mostly women now, and as well as Haiti, which is a tea brand, we take it very seriously when it comes to supporting women. And with the tea brand in Haiti, we're working with all women farmers, and that to us means the world. We could have had a private label done in the States, but having the fact that we're able to do that back home and being able to put women farmers at a point where they can do for themselves is pretty much the core of what we do as a brand. So we believe in women, and we know that they can and they have been making a difference and will continue to do so.
That's great. Thank you so much. I'll move right along. Stephanie, can you tell us a little bit more about your organization, what you're doing, and how do you believe women can contribute to nation building within the current context?
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. It's an awesome pleasure to be with you and to share this panel with you. So, already said it. So I'm Stephanie, and then I founded Women for Liberty in Haiti since 2016. And what we are doing, so we are working about the issue of gender equality and women emancipation. And then what we do, actually, we can actually refer women who are victims of gender-based violence to some institutions for finding support. We organize activities, conferences on awareness and advocacy campaign for political decision makers to get things moving on the legal front. And then as a women rights organization, our approach is to involve both sexes in the fight for women's rights, actually, because as the terrorist James Scott said it, you cannot understand the problems of women's status by ignoring the male sex, because a woman always has a man around her. If it's not her father, it's gonna be a brother or a cousin boy or even her partner. Or in Haiti, the latest Amos 627 survey show us that a good number of Haitian women are more victims of violence not by strangers, but also by partners or member families. So that's why in our actions and interventions, we also to work with men in order to fight against patriarchy system, in order to change men's perception about the issue of women's status. And then our human rights approach also consider like learn individuals like people to consider themselves as citizens, a citizen with rights actually and duties in society, as well as resource persons who can contribute to the advancement of society. And that's why that's the idea. I can say that's the idea behind our ongoing project called Civis 2.0. It's a kind of summer school project in which we aim to actually to train women and men, actually men and women, about feminism, gender, and citizenship, like citizen participation. And I can say that this project, which is our own initiative, brings together several structures, such as I can say University Nelson Mandela, Organisation Prix d'Encouragement, New Research Center. And this year, we actually just came to find a partnership agreement with the State University of Haiti, more specifically the Limonade campus. So I can say, in other words, this year we are going to have a kind of annex of the Civis Summer School project on the Limonade campus in Haiti, specifically in Cap Haitien. So in our action, we aim like we are working with men and women because we think that both of them they actually have to work together and to have another society where men and women can be free together. So that's our action. And then we have some other action too, like we have I think I can actually talk to that about in a couple of minutes after. I can.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that detail. It sounds like the work that you're doing is very empowering and very essential. So thank you so much for your hard work and efforts. I'm going to bring it back to you, Christine. When we're talking about media and, I know that you've been a champion of changing Haiti's narrative for a very long time. So as one of Haiti's media maven, what do you think what impact does local media have on changing perceptions and empowering women in the community within the current context of Haiti?
I think it's a space that we have a lot of work to do on, because the media, I think a lot of Haitians, as well as the generally speaking of the media, they portray Haiti in a very negative way. And that is the main source that international media pull on to make their stories. So it's trickling outside of the country. In Haiti, we have a saying that people use a lot, is that dirty laundry should be washed within the family. And I know that, a bad news sells, and a lot of negativity, gossip, and things like that create more views and a lot more content. So people have a tendency to focus on what's going to attract more attention and more visibility for them. But there's some good news in Haiti too. There's a lot of good news. So I've often made public commitments that I will never say negative things about Haiti or post or forward anything negative. We all know about it. We all know what's going on, but there's no need to blast the picture of a body on the side of the road. That's not going to help us achieve anything. There's other ways to fight that fight rather than make that statement. So I think there's a lot of education work to be done in terms of media and image of Haiti and how the media could help dent the narrative to begin with before we can even talk about change, you know. So I think it's also the same thing for the media to help empower women. They are not focused on that narrative at all. There's a lot with the forever ongoing crisis. They're focused on all political events and everything that has to do with politics, and they're not doing um, stories specific to how much space is being created with the government for women, positive or negative, and raising awareness. So there's a lot of work to be done in terms of training our media and sensitizing media outlets, media personalities, the influencers on how they could be using their voice, their reach, and their potential impact to for these causes positively and also to help the Haitian image and the Haitian narrative locally as well as internationally. Even locally, when you have a more positive narrative, it creates hope for the people who today, whenever you turn on the radio, it's a bad news or it's a negative story. So I think just creating a space where you can have positive stories. Sorry, I muted myself. You have positive stories, you're displaying role models, you're showing good things happening. That creates hope for a population that does not have a lot of hope today.
That's a great point. I think that's one of the more controversial things that we struggle with, both as Haitians and the diaspora, the Haitians, living in Haiti, is what the actual realities are on the ground and what's being portrayed in media. And I think it's, you made a great point in terms of referencing that, although the situation may be challenging, there is and will always still be good news, and that can also be leveraged in media as well in continuing to change the country's narrative. I'm going to move it on to you, Sandra, and get a little bit more into the business side of things. As we talk about women and advancing the nation, we definitely know that that's going to need some secure investments to the country. And you have a very interesting background, being that you grew up in Haiti, but spent a decent amount of your time in the United States. And you know that the Haitian diaspora remains heavily involved in supporting Haiti. So from your perspective, what do you think are some of the biggest challenges that Haiti faces in attracting and retaining investment?
And
how can they be improved? And how can they be improved? We're not just going to talk about the challenges, but solutions and ways it can be improved as well.
I love that. I love that because I am one to not only to notice the problem, but my automatic response is how do we create a solution? Because that's what I've always worked in, is how do we create a solution? So being a woman entrepreneur, and the way I see women in business can make a great impact by using and having the voice that we have today. Knowing that no one is going to do it for us as a community, we have to make sure that we do for ourselves. Women has such great impact in today's world, and I don't have the specific stats with me, but in a place like the United States, small businesses are being owned by women a lot more than the other gender. We have a great impact in as someone coming from the Haitian community, having grown in Haiti, specifically in Cap Haitian, as mentioned in the bio, I was able to see the versatility between what goes on here in the United States and how we perceive things when we're in Haiti as well. But I feel like I'm blessed that I had the opportunity to grow up on both and being able to understand each side and having the one of the greatest things I would say that is the solidarity among us. Once we the thing that we always say about like Haitians don't support one another is something that I used to hear all the time until I created the platform that I have. I could say that the amount of support, the amount of um, the way we come together when we're doing something positive, it is so important that we rally behind each other as we are moving positively. Because, for example, Christine, we've had the opportunity to collaborate on a few things, and being able to use our network to embrace what each other is doing has been nothing but positive. Has been nothing but positive when it comes to how we can use each other's network to grow and to learn from one another. So I'd say coming together is one of the best things that we can do. It says it's on our flag. It's our motto. We really have to move by that. Moving together collectively would make a much greater impact. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. That was great. Well said. And I, completely agree with you in maintaining that level of positivity, especially as we move forward with continuing to foster collaboration and investment in the country. So Stephanie, I'll go straight to you. It's unfortunate that Danielle couldn't make it. But I did want to highlight the fact that she was, she has made history with being the first Minister of Commerce and Industry. And that just goes back to a discussion that I want to have about women in leadership roles and civic engagement. And I would love to hear from you, based off of the work that you're doing and your experience, on how important is civic engagement for women in leadership positions? And how do you think women can continue to influence policy and decision-making processes in Haiti, given the current context and some of the continued gender barriers?
Okay, so thank you. I think it's very, that concept is very important for us at Women for Liberty in Haiti. Citizen or citizenship or civic participation. I already said it. So right now we do believe in that, and that's why we last summer, like summer 2023, we were thinking about to launch a program about civic participation, because we said we actually have to train people about what is feminism, what is gender, because it's very important. But we said we actually have to train people about civic participation too, and that's why we launched this program, Civic 2.0 Summer School Project, and we had the project, and then that's why we invited some other organization or structures to work with us, and that's why we invited like University Nelson Mandela, and then we have like University Campus Limonade. That's we just came to find a partnership agreement with them. That's why we actually invited some other like structured. We have like Organisation pour l'encouragement. We have like I forget the other name. So we actually this summer, like summer 2024, we have the first edition of that program, and then we do believe that's why we think we actually have to train people about civic participation, and because we think it's very important to learn people actually they have rights. they have duties, and then not only rights and duties, but after that they actually can contribute. Like we actually learn them to consider themselves like a resource person that can actually contribute. You can actually have to wait for government or to wait for organization, I mean like national or international organization to do things for you. So actually you can do something, and that's the idea actually behind that project, to train them, to train women actually how to find how to be emancipate, or to actually have like be actually act like leaders. Actually, you don't actually have to wait for the government, because we have a lot of problems in Haiti. So or actually we can deal with them, and we do believe at Women for Liberty, one of the way to do it is to train people, train them, not only to wait for, or actually to wait for government, and learn them to consider themselves as a resource person, and then to contribute by fighting against the patriarchy system, and then to be able to contribute, to another society, another Asian society, where men and women, and especially women, can not actually live or stay at home like a mother or female, but to be able and then to act like a leader, and then to have to keep or to, I mean actually, to give a better Asian society, to contribute to a better Asian society. Yes.
If I may jump in,
And then and this
Yes, please. This is not anything formal. This is, I mean, we're women, we're girls.
I,
Please
I
jump in.
really
Let's just have a
love
nice
what Stephanie was saying, because I'm always repeating that a society is the sum of its citizens. So whatever we are seeing today in terms of our society is what our citizens are portraying. And I think that we do need to um, have better citizens. Individually, we each need to become better citizens in all aspects of a society, being more involved, giving back more, being responsible contributors, paying our taxes, participating to electoral processes, um, not throwing trash in the streets, not, we need for a collective wake up of better citizens with the right leaders and with the right role models, like Stephanie was saying. And until we get to that point, we're not going to see the Haiti that we all want to see. It needs to be an individual action that will become a more collective action.
yes, yes. And then can I say something about the emancipation or leadership of women? Because we at Women
Yes.
for Liberty, we actually have a ongoing project, and then we had the funding for it. It's a kind of computer engineering training project for young Haitian women, because we want to emancipate women. And then that's the idea behind this project too, where like at Petit Guave, it's the west coast of Haiti, and then we are going to do this project. It's gonna be, I mean, we are just waiting for some details, or because we actually have to launch it, because we have a funding. And I have to say another thing about our project too, or our intervention or actions. We have project, we do project with funding or without funding. So for this project, we have a funding to do it. This project where we're gonna train people, like it's a kind of computer engineering training project for young Asian women. I can say women aged from 18 to 25. It's like women from rural areas, rural places in Haiti, like in Commune Petit Guave. And then this project aims to contribute to the empowerment of around 25 young female people through digital profession and training and entrepreneurship, marketing, and human rights. We have first like training in web design, coding, programming, and then we actually have another activity in that project. It's a kind of training about feminism and gender, because till now in the Asian society, when you're talking about feminism, it's like it's like you don't really have a good image when you say you are a feminist. That's my experience. I don't know for others, but my experience is in Haiti. When you say you are a feminist, people actually sometimes they consider you like someone who is going to destroy their family. And that's why we actually have to do this kind of activity in that project. And then another conception in this project, in Haiti, not specifically in Haiti, most of the times men actually are the always it's like female people, actually female don't really exceed or don't really succeed about technology. And that's the reason why we actually we are going to make that this project at Petit Guave, Commune Vialet, actually to train female people aged from 18 to 25 about coding, web design, programming, and then workshop about feminism and gender and digital marketing. So I think it's very interesting for us at Women for Liberty, this aspect of civic participation or citizen participation, and actually emancipation of women. Thank you.
Thank you. I think you raised some great points in terms of the inclusion that's definitely needed. And thank you also, Christine, for your strategic points, which is kind of where I wanted to segue for the remainder of this time, as we, just discuss more about strategic steps that we can take for the future as we're building for the future. So Sandra, I'll bring it back to you. Thinking strategically, what specific steps do you think need to be taken to create a more supportive environment for women entrepreneurs in Haiti?
I would say taking into account the fact that women in business is something that we have to, first of all, be comfortable saying and be comfortable, be proud of that, because we have so many women entrepreneurs and women in business who have make such great impact. We know the issues when it comes to what is happening, especially in our home country, in Haiti. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised to know, as Kristen was talking about the issues with the media and the contents that are out there, you'd be surprised to know that there are more great things happening in Haiti than there are bad. But unfortunately, the coverage goes to the incidents that are causing chaos in Haiti. When it comes to creating specific plans, and to the program that Stephanie is creating, is how do we create places where women can get information they need, how we can make sure that they have the right tools, the right resources, so the right network, so they can continue to move forward, so they can they can be armed with all the resources needed to actually take step forward. I personally have found it very effective on my end to being able to grow the network. One of the greatest things, I am Christine, since I know we've had some collaboration on that, I would say the network plays a huge part in making sure that you have the proper tools to move forward, because within your network, you're pretty much going to find every key person from leadership, finance, business, you name it, to make the right move. So I think collectively, having women entrepreneurs being able to like in a network where we can thrive and support one another would make a great difference. Because I could sound repetitive about saying connecting and supporting, because I truly believe in that. And one of the things that I would say is how we use the media. How do we use a place, for example, like a social media platform? I think that's one thing our community um, is not taking enough advantage of, and in a positive way. So once we really get, I would say, um, the right education we need as a community when it comes to how do we use social platform, how do we use technology nowadays, because there's so much more available out there. There's so much available. There's so many things that we can learn and do, especially with the little known the two-letter thing that is literally breaking every barrier nowadays. The AI, those two letters, have literally revolutionize the way we do things. So it's being in the being updated, being in the mix, being ahead. Make sure that you're educated and that you have the proper information so you can move forward as technology is moved forward, because that is a great key. And pretty much finding all the answers you need in moving forward. Thank you.
Hmm. That's great. I definitely agree with everything that you shared there. And I kind of want to segue based off what you just shared. Christine, I want to bring it back to you. I know that you've had some experience both in the public sector working, in supporting comms and marketing for the government. And now, as a very flourishing seasoned entrepreneur that works in the private sector, how do you believe public and private sectors can continue to collaborate to advance women's roles when we're talking about nation building and entrepreneurship? What are some of the challenges and opportunities that you see between both public and private sector collaboration?
I think that the first major issue that's happening today is the trust factor. And I think that I've heard the same thing on both sides. The private sector feels like the government is out to get them and to cheat, and the government feels like the private sector is out to get them and to cheat them. So I think there needs to be rules, there need to be strong um, working agreements, but it's definitely possible. And there needs to be way to rebuild trust between private and public sectors. There have been very few private public partnerships that we could call successful, but they do exist, and they should be a learning opportunity, and we could look at some examples of what has worked best and what has not worked so well. But um, trust is a big issue in our society between different groups, and definitely between private and public sectors. So we need to work on improving the trust. And I think if you have rules and transparency, trust comes. We need to implement clear rules and then transparency standards so that everybody knows what the rules are, what the price is, what was paid, what was disbursed. There's no um, issues of wondering what happened, or people coming out with possibilities of what could have happened and making it a story as if it were news. And there's a lot of that going on. So something I was saying, we haven't made great space with social media. The Haitian rumor mill, it's gone viral on social media. It doesn't matter if it's true or not, it's on social media. So we do need to make more responsible use about those spaces, because people say whatever they feel whenever they want. If I was up for a job right now or something private public, there would be 10 social media accounts ready to attack and dig up any dirt they can find. And when there's none, they invent. And there's no rules, there's no legal impact for that. So we need to start building from the ground up. We need to establish those rules and establish the mechanisms, establish the consequences in order to build trust and in order to be able to have viable private-public partnerships.
If I may piggyback on what Christine just added, when it comes to, as the Haitian community, I feel like one of the greatest things that we are proud of is how we're brought up by our parents, is how respectful we are brought up to be, is how well-mannered we are brought up to be, and, you know, especially to elders. And when you move into the technological world, when you move, especially in a world like social media, as Christine was saying, all of that is gone. All of that is out the window. So I think there was time spent educating us to be well-mannered. There were times spent educating us to be respectful of our elders. But when we got into the social media wave, we forgot all of these things. That's because there's still, it's a new system for us still, and I would say even for the world. But as a community, I think it makes sense to even uphold who we are in that sense, as to even keep that respect. Even if you are on social media, keep that respect. And, you know, whether you know the person, you know, personally or not, there are things that you just, you know, you just don't say. And I believe as a community, and Kristen said that when in her first segment, as a community, we need an individual reform within each of us in order to be better citizens, better people for ourselves, and better citizens for our community and our home country. Because as it is, whether you're living in the whether you're outside of Haiti, whether you are in Haiti, whatever happens with the Haitian community affects you. So it makes sense to be better citizens. And why I'm always pushing businesses is because I believe as a community, if financially our businesses are more successful and we're doing better, we as a community would be able to have a louder voice, a greater voice, to make an impact and to make a difference. So I really think it's important that there's a revolution that do happen in educating us on how to manage ourselves publicly, especially in the technological world or social media world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandra. That was such a very important message, and something that I think needs to be communicated on broader levels in terms of how we portray ourselves, you know, as a country can stand prosper. I want to bring it to you, Stephanie. I wanted to get into a little discussion on coalition building, recognizing the immense work that you're doing with supporting the gender narrative, you know, with advocating for gender-based violence. I would love to hear more on your perspective on coalition building. In the West, we have, you know, an initiative called the He for She initiative, which is basically an initiative for men to, you know, support women's issues and stand in solidarity. I wanted to hear your perspective with the work that you're doing on the ground. How important is coalition building for you, and what message do you have to the men that may be watching this panel, or the men within your community, and how they can further support your efforts?
Okay, so thank you. At Women for Liberty in Haiti, our human rights approach use is actually, I mean, we don't exclude like men. Okay, so we are like among some like kind of how can I say that? We actually integrate them in our activities or in our actions. As I said it, so like the theorist James Scott said it, you cannot understand so the problems of women by ignoring men. And then there was a professor who said something which is very interesting for me. He said, if you are trying to understand the women condition without considering men, it's like clapping just one hand, and actually you cannot clap just one hand. So that's why our action we actually consider men, and this position make me lose some feminist allies, because they said, actually, Stephanie, it's not interesting to work with men, or to actually to include them in the organization, in the structure, or at Women for Liberty Haiti. So we have some. I actually said them. Not all women are feminists, but actually we have some men who are trying to work for the for the better condition of women. Actually, we have to integrate them. That's why at Women for Liberty in Haiti, we do have men who are giving us some support, and then actually they work without money, so they work just for free. So they support the women cause. So that's why in our project we actually consider them, and then in our actually specifically in the project summer school project called Civis 2.0. It's open for men and women because we do believe that to have another Haitian society, we actually have to work with men and women. Actually, we do actually conscious about the patriarchy system. It's so strong, the patriarchy system, because we do actually conscious about it. But we think if we are working with women without men, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be interesting to find the results that you are waiting for. So we actually believe that we can actually find some partnership with men. They are working for us in logistic, they are working about our how can I say that? They give their contribution to the women emancipation, to the men, to actually to the to build another Asian society. So we do believe in this kind of initiative, who is actually trying to make men and women to work for a better society. So I think it's very interesting.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, for sharing that context. I think is much needed. Definitely want to be able to learn more about the existing context as it pertains to, building partnerships and coalition and support of the work that you're doing. So we just have a few minutes left, and I want to keep it within the discussion of the future and advancing the future for Haiti. So this question is for everyone. What are your visions for the future of female entrepreneurship and leadership in Haiti? And please be as distinct and clear as possible so that 1 year, 2 year, 10 years from now, we can replay this and see how far we've gotten. Christine, I'll start with you.
I think it's about staying relevant. And I think it's about staying relevant and sharing and passing on the knowledge, such as what we've started. Haiti Tech Summit, I'm very attached to because I think it really shook the tech ecosystem in Haiti. And it really brought an energy in the tech ecosystem in Haiti that people didn't even believe we could be a tech country. So that's why I've stayed very much attached to a Haiti Tech Summit. I think it created a whole group of young entrepreneurs who are daring to go out of their comfort zones. And it's completed by projects like what Stephanie's organization is working on, with coding camps and coding opportunities for women and I've personally recently just completed 2 certifications in digital marketing as well as AI. And I think it's really important to be able to bring this back and share with our communities. Stephanie, I'm available whenever you need any support. And I know Sandra will contribute as well. She's so I think it's about bringing this back to the community and making it available and working with organized groups that can scale what we're doing on a small eh, on a personal level. I do a lot on a personal level, but I really should be trying to be part of a network or part of a group that will help me scale these contributions that we do to the youth and to our society, and particularly to the women.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see how far we're going to get and how far you'll get in realizing all your distinct visions for the future. Sandra, I'll kick it over to you. What are your
Yeah,
visions for the future?
I second Christine on that. For one, staying relevant is super important. Staying relevant will make or break things in the future, and as women entrepreneurs, it definitely will be, a beautiful thing to see 5-10 years down the line that we were able to create the things that we dreamt of, being able to, the idea that's in our head, it is now tangible. And how are we going to do that is by first and foremost believe in what you have, the idea that was instilled in you. So, and then putting the right people around you to make it happen, because we can definitely try to do a lot on our own, and sometimes the beginning may have to be on your own, but having a great team around you, having the right network around you will make a great impact on moving forward. And lastly, I would say, as a community, being able to to be there for one another. That the future, I believe, doesn't exist if we don't support one another, if we're not there for one another, if we are not seeing each other's vision. So it is important that we move forward in that sense as a community, so we can make the impact that we wish for in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Definitely with you on the supporting one another as we move forward. Stephanie, what are your thoughts and
Okay, so thank you. So what we are going,
visions for the future?
yes, so what we are going to do, like at Women for Liberty in Haiti, so we actually going to keep on with, like, to promote women's emancipation. Okay, women emancipation in our sphere, specifically like economically, because when you are independent economically, you can actually you can actually do better things. And then we're going to continue to support ideas and actions, and then learning action to, like, learning education, like training, and then as our approach, consider, like make people think that they are actually they have, like, rights, duties, and then they are above all, like a resource person, not specifically, they don't really actually like to wait for a government or like organization, but actually they are also like a resource person. They can contribute to a better Asian society. And then in second hand, I actually would like to address all Asians, like all Asians in Haiti and all over the world, by asking them this question. So what is your contribution? What is your contribution to changing the current condition of Haiti society? Because we have a lot of problems. I don't need to talk about them, but we all know them. So what is your contribution to changing the current condition of the Haitian society? Because it's very interesting to think about, to do something to contribute to social change and then to have a better society. You can actually choose to answer through the live, or you can choose not to answer. But any choice, try to think about that. What's your contribution, guys, to changing the current condition of the Haitian society? So thank you.
Thank you. Well, I think we are at time, but I want to thank you, ladies. We had a very fruitful dialogue. Some of the main things that I picked out was continued support and just leveraging the fact that although the current context may be challenging, there is still great work that's being done, and there's still much more work that can continue to be done as we continue to support each other and move forward towards building for the future. Thank you again, ladies. I'll kick it back to you guys, Christine.
Thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure. It's an ongoing conversation that we need to continue. Thank you, ladies, for being great collaborators. And thank you to Haiti Tech Summit.
Thank you so much, ladies. It was an amazing session once again. And we're really thankful for your time, your thought leadership shared today. And we do hope that these discussions will continue to galvanize the community, also galvanize young ladies and women in tech to push harder, and also to, I like the challenge that you've thrown to them to also take initiatives on their own as well. So we are really grateful for your time and your consideration in coming here today. It's always a pleasure hearing from you ladies as well. And it's always great to hear your thought leadership. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for allowing us to be here. Thank you to Haiti Tech Summit. Sabine, thank you for being here with us. Stephanie, Christine, and Danielle as well. And Christine and Tim's, thank you for bringing us back together. I personally look forward to be back on a resort somewhere in Haiti for the next Haiti Tech Summit. I'd rather that. I love the virtual, but I'd rather that.
Thank you.
I miss it.
I'm there with you, Sandra.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
Bye. Thank you for your time. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Haiti Tech Summit. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. Thank you.
All right. It was another amazing session. We're grateful to all our speakers that came on, including Sandra, Sabine, Stephanie, Christine. And we are really happy for the leadership shared today. I'm sure there was a lot to take away from the session today. I do hope that you are inspired to contribute more to your community, also get involved, continue to build networks as well. We'll continue to have these panel discussions, the stakeholder roundtables. And today's theme, just to highlight it again, was on the role of women in advancing the nation. And we heard from these female thought leaders and influencers within the Haitian community. It's always a pleasure having these roundtables, and we look forward to the next session where we'll announce the next lineup of speakers for you as well. But until then, we continue to galvanize and mobilize the Haitian community towards a more prosperous future for Haiti. So we'll continue with these stakeholder roundtable dialogues every month, and then in the build-up for the Haiti Tech Summit, also announce upcoming details for the Haiti Tech Summit. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and we'll see you all again next month.
Haiti is
life.
Opportunity.
Commitment. Innovation.
Haiti is wholesome.
Special.
Phenomenal. Inspirational. Colorful.
Powerful.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Awesome. I would say that Haiti is Creole because it's a mixture of so many different things.
Haiti is dynamic.
Haiti is vibrant.
Haiti is the future.
Haiti is innovation.
Haiti is inspiration.
Haiti is passion.
Haiti is power.
Haiti is spice.
Haiti is beauty.
Haiti is opportunity.
Haiti is revolutionary.
Haiti is potential.
Haiti is full of
potential.
Haiti is resilient.
Haiti is resilience.
Haiti is strength. Haiti is dynamic.
Haiti is soulful.
Haiti is electrifying.
Haiti is love.
Haiti is love.
Haiti is